An enormous amount of effort by a very talented team to actually turn essentially what looked like a derelict warehouse into a working car factory. Yeah. So, and in fact, like today, the Fremont factory, which is an enormous building, I think it's like the second or third biggest building in the world by footprint, is so dense. It's so densely packed with people and robots. But this picture has like robots, but there's 20,000 people that work in the Fremont factory across 4 or 5 shifts. So it's really a massive amount of people and robots. So it's like this giant cybernetic collective. So that was way harder than making the car by far. It's worth noting, like, the last time, at least in the US, the last time any car company achieved mass manufacturing was about 100 years ago. That is the last time, and then Tesla. It's literally that crazy. The issue is definitely not coming up with a car design. It is absolutely all about building the production system. You want to have a good product to build, but that's basically the easy part. Then the factory is the hard part. Then the challenge is like, okay, if we create a car factory, where the heck are the batteries and electric motors and power electronics going to come from? And that's where we need to say, okay, we better build something that's capable of 50 gigawatt hours at least of cell output, which at the time when we proposed the Gigafactory, I believe like total global output of lithium-ion batteries for all purposes, phones, laptops, cars, anything, was about 30 gigawatt hours. So we're like, okay, well, just do the basic math. We need 50 gigawatt hours. So we better have a real big factory, or there's no way. So, we were going to build it in California, but like it would have taken 2 years just to get the permits. So we built the Gigafactory in the amount of time it would have taken to get the permits in California. That's what the Gigafactory looked like in 2010. It was basically rocks and bushes. Okay, and now this is what it looks like now. Yeah. So, and it's only about a third complete. So this one complete, I think it's about 4 or 5 times the size of the Pentagon. So it's kind of difficult to appreciate scale, but although it's really quite tall, it's like 70 feet tall. So the volume of it is just mind-blowing. It takes 2 hours just to walk around it. So, again, it's work of a tremendously talented team working like crazy, like tens of thousands of people to produce this factory. And today it produces more lithium-ion than the rest of the world combined. Now we're also building a factory in China, which I'm really excited about. As you can see, this very impressive. Very impressive. A large puddle. So when I was there in January, that's what it looked like when we did the groundbreaking ceremony, and this is what it looks like now, 3 months later. This is what it will look like at the end of the year. So things are moving fast, and this will actually be, once it's complete, the equivalent of our Fremont car factory plus our Nevada battery Gigafactory combined. So it's integrating the two, which kind of makes sense. So yeah, so we're really excited about this. Great team in China, and this is going to be really important for making affordable versions of the Model 3 and Model Y for the greater China market. And then, besides cars, we have some other things. So, the solar roof and Powerwall. This is definitely going to be the year of the solar roof and Powerwall. Because of extreme challenges with the Model 3 production, we have to basically allocate all resources to Model 3 production because otherwise we're going to die. And so basically, it was pretty tight, I have to say. That was a hard one. I have to say, like 2018 was probably felt like aging 5 years in one. Honestly, it was really intense. Thank you for supporting Tesla through this difficult period. Now that Model 3 production is going pretty well, we're going to finally allocate engineering attention to the solar roof as well as the solar retrofit. I'm pretty excited about both the solar tile roof and the solar retrofit and Powerwall. Part of the reason we also couldn't make Powerwall is we couldn't make enough cells. So we had to either allocate cells to the car or to the Powerwall. It's like, well, we've got to make the cars, so then Powerwall gets the cell star, basically. But 2019, so we are now going to ramp it up. And then PowerPack. So PowerPack is kind of like our industrial strength battery storage system, we did the biggest battery storage system in the world in Australia, and that was really super cool. And then we're doing one that's roughly a gigawatt-hour scale in California. So just in Southern California, right nearby, building a gigawatt-hour scale power pack. And so expect this to ultimately be really critical for transitioning the world to sustainable energy. Also, you have to have sustainable energy production and sustainable energy consumption. So sustainable energy production needs solar panels plus battery, because the sun doesn't shine at night, and then those electric cars, electric vehicles in general. Yeah. But I mean, the really exciting thing is if you have with solar plus battery plus electric vehicles, we have a fully sustainable future. This is a future you can feel really excited and optimistic about. I think it really matters. And then supercharging. So, the first, in 2010, we had 0 superchargers. So there was you couldn't really drive long distances with an electric car in 2010. So it was like, okay, we better have some high power chargers, otherwise it's going to be extremely inconvenient to drive long distances. Built into the Model S, was a high voltage DC bypass directly to the pack, so you can just sort of mainline power right into the pack. And then nobody was building high power chargers. So like, okay, we better build these high power chargers because nobody's building them. And so we went from 0 superchargers to building a global network of superchargers. Yeah. Yeah. So. It's pretty nutty. Each one of those is a supercharging site. So supercharging team does an incredible job building a global network of superchargers that allow you to travel to a massive section of the world, basically anywhere in North America, almost anywhere in Europe, most places in China, not the Gobi Desert yet, but most places. We'll cover the Gobi Desert. We'll get there.
Elon, Saskatchewan.
And Saskatchewan. I swear to God, there is. I've specifically asked about the Saskatchewan supercharger, and I'm told it is under construction. So,
please.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I've asked about it like twice. I'm told it's going to be completed soon, and then you'll actually be able to drive across Canada. So, yes.